Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here on today for this historic occasion. My name is Calvin Spears, and I'm a senior at Madison Preparatory Academy. Also a member of the Baton Rouge Police Department Youth Advisory Council. Today, I will serve as your MC. During today's press conference, you will hear the mission of this council, the vision of this council, as well as the youth-led initiative we will begin as a council this semester. At this time, it's my honor to welcome. It's my honor to welcome our Chief of Police, Mr. T.J. Morris.
Thank you, Calvin, very much for that great introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank y'all so much for being here for them today. I'm glad to be present for these bright young students as they've committed to doing what they've committed doing for the city of Baton Rouge, along with our Baton Rouge Police Department. In January, when Mayor President Broome selected me for my role as chief, I set out to make sure that the men and women of our department were even more connected to our community, myself especially. I've tried to be out in the community as much as possible and have made it easy to set up time for members of the community to bring me their concerns. Our area youth are a huge segment of our population that can always benefit from increased civic engagement and these conversations. Now, what was once a vision has become the welcome reality. I am proud to announce that we have some amazing local students that will participate in our newly formed Baton Rouge Police Department Youth Advisory Council for the 2024-2025 school year. The mission of our BRPD Youth Advisory Council is youth and police working together for a better Baton Rouge. Our vision is transforming the future of our community through youth-led initiatives and law enforcement participation partnerships. My department and I look forward to bridging the gap between law enforcement and youth in our city. I'm ready for us to engage in those tough conversations that even adults often shy away from. I'm ready for us to exchange ideas. I'm looking forward to getting input from the experiences of these young people and applying the solutions and insight they share into practice and policy whenever possible. I'm already impressed by their initiative and their leadership. As we have said, they are the ones that organized this news conference and gathered all of us here today. They are incredible young leaders, and I can't wait to share what great things we accomplished together for our city in the months ahead. Thanks again. I'm going to step aside so you can hear more from them.
Thank you, Chief TJ, for sharing the mission and vision of this council. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium two of my fellow council members, Avani Brown and Jemiah Fells.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Avani Brown, and I'm a sophomore at Glen Oaks Magnet High.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jemiah Fells. I'm a senior at Helix Mentorship STEAM Academy. I believe many young people in my generation have experienced positive and negative environment in law enforcement. I can recall my own experience with law enforcement just a few years ago that led me to no longer trusting in law enforcement. I stand here today willing to give law enforcement a chance because they are willing to give my generation a chance as well. I believe it's going to take my generation and law enforcement to be willing to meet in the middle to be able to form a real connection with each other. The main ingredients of any relationship is trust. Trust is earned when words and actions are met together. Our goal on this council is not just to talk, but all parties walk to walk. Thank you.
Safety is one of the most important priorities we should have as a community. As a city, we should feel safe at home, at school, and in the community. Regardless of our zip code or our neighborhood, one of our top priorities as we work with law enforcement is to help our generation feel safe and be safe. Safety can be applied not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. Being a part of a city parish where we are safe is holistically vital. It takes leadership to improve safety, and we are proud to bring young and older leadership together to work on a safety game plan.
And speaking of leadership, Avani, at this time, I would like to introduce a hero to so many young ladies look like me. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium our first female Deputy Chief and Chief of Staff, Sharon Douglas.
Good morning, and thank you, Avani and Jemiah, for that warm introduction. As stated, I'm Deputy Chief Sharon Douglas, Chief of Staff for your Baton Rouge Police Department, and today I'm very proud and honored to be an active part of another historic moment for our department. With this inaugural cohort of young leaders in our new Baton Rouge Police Youth Advisory Council, we hope to begin having a meaningful partnership with our students. We hope to deepen our understanding of their unique needs and embarking upon having those honest, courageous conversations about the concerns of their generation as it relates to public safety, as well as their overall well-being as citizens. The Youth Advisory Council is a welcomed addition to our other youth programs. Already, this group of young people have taken a very bold step by deciding to be the first. And I truly, truly admire that. And together we will collaborate, not just to build up these young leaders beside me and behind me, but to also build a better Baton Rouge for all those that are next to lead. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Sharon Douglas, for sharing and being here today. At this time, I would like to welcome our final speaker today, Mr. Darrell Powell Jr., as many know him as DJ.
Good morning, everyone. As many of you know by now, my name is DJ. There are so many young black males here in Baton Rouge that look like me, that have been raised by me, that have been raised and recognize that there's a target on our back simply because of the color of our skin. So when you see Calvin Spears today, our young MC, that's hosting this amazing press conference, we refuse to live by that statistic. We refuse to sit on the sidelines of life and just let it pass us by. Today we are making a commitment to get back on the field and do our part so the entire team Baton Rouge could win. One here in the city looks like youth trusting law enforcement. One here in the city looks like all of Baton Rouge being safe. One here in the city looks like better opportunities for youth of all races. Today I am proud to announce with our leaders of BRPD and my fellow council members, this fall we will be leading local town halls for our generation to help bridge the gap. The town hall we'll host will consist of hearing honest feedback from students all across the parish, provide insight to students and law enforcement, can have better connection and discuss better opportunities such as job placement, financial literacy, and other life skills so we can become a more unified city parish. Our first stop in this town hall will be tomorrow at 12:30 at my very own Skyler Man High School. So stay tuned because we're just getting started. Thank you.
Thank you, DJ, and great job. Today you've heard from our city leaders and a few youth advisory leaders of the Baton Rouge Police Department Youth Advisory Council. At this time, we'll take a few questions. I'm going to ask our Chief of Police to join us at the mic. We only take 1 or 2 questions from each media outlet due to being on the time schedule.
Yeah, if y'all got questions for them, I greatly appreciate it too.
Okay, so, yeah, this is a question for one of the student members. So what, can someone tell me something that like kind of can lead me inside y'all's communities? Y'all keep saying, you know, as I grew up or inside my community, this led me to a change. What are some issues that really triggered y'all to join this advisory and make a change? And something that y'all thought about and made y'all say, like, I need to join this council. I need to do something for my community.
Braden, you want to do that?
One thing that I would say, well, good morning, my name is Braden Laws and I'm a senior at Southern Lab. And one thing that I would say that is wrong in the community is that as a community, we can't really like come together and have safe events, and safety is a big part in having events and stuff in this community.
So a lot of the crimes that have happened has been from youth. How do y'all plan on making this change and improve?
I have to get that to the
Yeah, so we have seen, and one of the reasons why the Youth Advisory Council is so important to me and all of our youth programs is because we are seeing not only suspects but victims being of violent crime, but to get kind of youth perspective of the violent crime and how they feel about it. I think, again, I would like one of them come up. Tylee?
Well, good morning. My name is Kimon Washington. I'm a senior at Audits and Preparatory Academy. And I feel like as for my youth, I feel like they don't really have a guide or a lead or somebody that's just like them that they can talk to, and they don't really have, no structure, nobody, or I could say a mentor or a leader. So I feel like we can be that leader because we look like them, and they can know that You don't have to follow behind anybody else that's doing the wrong thing. You can follow somebody that look just like y'all.
I would ask, you guys are all gathered at different schools in the parish. Are there going to be things instilled in your individual classrooms that you guys, as a group, are going to, come together, have decisions made, and then instill them in the hallways that you guys all, go in separately? What does that look like?
Well, I don't know. Well, good morning. My name is Talia Davis. I'm a senior at Schuylerville Magna High School. And I don't know currently yet what we're planning to do in the classroom, but I know that what we learn in here in this building, we can help with the students around our campus. Like my fellow classmates said, we're having a town hall meeting at our school. So maybe what we learn from here, we can reach on to them and they can reach on to other kids that they know at other schools around the district.
Yeah, thanks, Talia. And really, to piggyback on what she's saying, we meet in here in this room with all of them. We've already had 2-3 meetings that together, and we're really trying to empower them to bring messages to their schools about police, community, and then also tell me, we've had some really good, deep conversations on telling me what I can tell our officers on how we can better connect with the youth. What do we need to do to bridge that gap and kind of build the trust, for sure.
Steve, who came up with this idea?
So something that I was looking at, I already had a adult advisory council, and so 2 things I wanted to create, which I put this one as priority, was a youth advisory council, and then also an internal advisory council made up of employees of the Baton Rouge Police Department. And so as I had this idea, I started reaching out. Mr. Tremaine Sterling really picked up the baton and ran with it, and was a good point person for it, and really got everything going. I'm glad that this is coming to fruition.
Now, how do you think the youth council is going to be different from the internal council versus the adult council?
That's a whole nother point of view, and we need all points of view at the table. Everywhere I go, people are probably tired of hearing me saying it, but I don't think we can police our way out of every problem, and we need their perspective, especially when we're looking at the rise in youth violence and offenders and victims. We need their perspective on how can you trust the police. What does it take for you to, if you see a crime, you call us. What can we do better to increase those bonds?
Now, you said Mr. Tremaine Sterling was there, and he's standing behind the camera.
Yeah, he's kind of a behind the camera person.
You don't want to get him?
Okay. Would any youth member of the council be interested in saying how they found out about the council and what kind of motivated them to join up?
Sure. Demetrius?
Good morning. My name is Demetrius Brackens. My school I go to is Terre High. I'm in 10th grade. So the way I found out about the council was I had got nominated and I was picked to join the BRPD youth. And I was so honored, and I seen what this could lead and what this type of opportunities could be. And so I'm glad I joined, and I'm glad I got my fellow youth partners to help me, and because we got to go and we're trying to set to better Baton Rouge. And this wouldn't be possible if I didn't have people encouraging me, helping me along the way.
So, Dimitri, when you got nominated, was it like someone in your school who did it, or someone from the BRPD kind of? What adult like?
Well, it was Sean Wallace who nominated me. I want to thank him as well. Without him, I wouldn't be where I am.
Who is he to you?
Sean Wallace, he's a mentor, coach. He helped me get to where I need to be. He put me around new things for me to see and all that, and I just want to thank him. Without him, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now.
Anybody else want to share about how you got onto the council?
Good morning. My name is Aaron Brown. I go to the Estroma High School. And the reason why I found out about this student council is because my principal picked me personally. She told the man that she felt like I would be the best student to do it. And at first I'm like, okay, I feel like this would be a good opportunity. And I really feel like I really need this in my community because it's too many young kids that I went to school with and they're just dying from gun violence, not trusting police. And there's a lot going on in my community. And I feel like this program can help a lot.
Thank Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. Yeah, so to just be clear, we posted it on all our social media. We had open application that we talked about and put on social media for anyone to apply. But then we also specifically reached out to all the area schools inside the city and really inside the parish to leaders, activists, principals, if you knew some young people. And so I think some of them might have felt kind of hesitant about just applying on our social media, but then we're kind of had some mentors, thankfully, that pushed them along to be here, and we're thankful for that.
Are there other youth programs like this in other neighboring parish police departments, or is this trailblazing, this first initiative? What does that mean?
So when I came up with the idea, I didn't know it already existed. So I don't know if I can take credit or not, but we did see that Houston has a very successful program, Houston Police Department in Texas. And so Mr. Tremaine actually we talked to them on the phone. Mr. Tremaine went out there and visited them. We have some plans to have our council and their council have some kind of meetup mix, go bring them to Houston and let them see that over there. So we have some things in store. I don't know anything else local in Louisiana. Houston Police Department is the only one I can really think of. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that there has been some deep conversations. What are some things y'all have discussed, and what are some things y'all plan on discussing?
So really good question. Anybody wanna? I don't want them just to hear from me. Anybody wanna? Huh?
As I said, my name is Calvin Spears. We've had a whole bunch of conversations from how students act at school, how stuff is at home. So I feel like being able to understand what he thinks when he looks at us and him understand when we look at him, I feel like that connection is going to build and let us work together and coexist better. That's all I can say about that. And due to, we still have to go to school. That's our last question for today.
Thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all being here and giving us y'all time.